In a remote corner of Nova Scotia, Canada, lies a small, unassuming island shrouded in one of history's most tantalizing mysteries. This is Oak Island, home to the legendary Money Pit, a puzzle that has baffled treasure hunters, engineers, and historians for over 2 centuries. What began with a young boy's discovery has spiraled into a multi-million-dollar obsession, a saga of cryptic clues, booby traps, and the relentless pursuit of an unknown treasure. The story begins in 1795, when a teenager named McGinnis noticed a strange circular depression in the ground while exploring the island. Above it, a tree branch had been sawn off, and a block and tackle system seemed to have been used, suggesting something heavy was lowered into the earth. Intrigued, McGinnis and 2 friends, John Smith and Anthony Vaughan, returned to the spot and began to dig. Just 2 feet down, they hit a layer of flagstones, a material not native to that part of the island. This was the first sign that this was no ordinary hole. Fueled by excitement, they continued their excavation. At 10 feet, they encountered a layer of solid oak logs, tightly fitted together, forming a platform. This pattern repeated itself. At 20 feet, another layer of oak logs. At 30 feet, yet another. The construction was clearly man-made and designed to protect whatever lay beneath. But as teenagers with limited tools, the boys could go no further. Their initial discovery, however, ignited a fire of curiosity that would soon engulf many others. Years later, the original trio, along with a new group of investors forming the Onslow Company, returned to the site with better equipment and renewed determination. They managed to dig down to 90 feet, unearthing more oak platforms at every 10-foot interval. But at this depth, they found something truly extraordinary, a large inscribed stone. The stone was covered in a mysterious set of symbols, a cipher that no one at the time could translate. This stone became a cornerstone of the legend, a supposed key to the treasure. While the stone's current whereabouts are a mystery in itself, a widely circulated, though unverified, translation of the symbols supposedly reads, 40 feet below, 2 million pounds lie buried. This tantalizing message, whether real or a product of folklore, transformed the dig from a local curiosity into a full-blown treasure hunt. The prospect of immense wealth lured countless individuals and syndicates to Oak Island, each believing they possessed the key to solving the puzzle. But the island was not ready to give up its secrets easily. As the Onslow Company prepared to dig past the 90-foot mark, a devastating event occurred. The next morning, they returned to find the pit completely flooded with seawater, almost to the top. This was no natural seepage. It seemed to be a deliberately engineered booby trap, a complex system designed to protect the treasure at all costs. This discovery led to a groundbreaking theory about the Money Pit's construction. Researchers now believe the original builders created a sophisticated network of underground flood tunnels. These tunnels, branching off from nearby Smith's Cove, were designed to act like a massive hydraulic system. Once a digger reached a certain depth, they would breach a pressure point, triggering an unstoppable inflow of ocean water. The sheer engineering skill required to build such a system in the 16th or 17th century is staggering. The tunnels are believed to be lined with layers of rock, clay, and even coconut fiber to prevent them from collapsing and to filter the seawater. The presence of coconut fiber, a material native to tropical regions, thousands of miles away, is one of the most perplexing pieces of physical evidence ever found on the island. This fact suggests that the builders were not local, but came from distant lands, possessing immense resources and advanced knowledge. Who could have orchestrated such a feat? Theories abound, ranging from the Knights Templar hiding the Holy Grail to Captain Kidd burying his pirate treasure, or even Marie Antoinette's lost crown jewels. Each theory has its proponents, but none have been definitively proven. Throughout the 19th and 20th centuries, a succession of companies attempted to bypass the flood tunnels. The Trureau Company in the 1840s was one of the first to use heavy machinery. They drilled boreholes into the flooded pit, and their drill brought up tantalizing clues from the depths. Their drill passed through a spruce platform at 98 feet, then dropped into what felt like a void filled with loose material. At 104 feet, the drill hit another oak platform, and after that, more layers of what felt like metal fragments, oak, and more coconut fiber. The most significant finding was from the drill bit itself, which came up with 3 small links of what appeared to be an ancient gold chain. This discovery reignited the treasure fever, but every attempt to excavate the treasure chamber was thwarted by the relentless flooding. Engineers tried building coffer dams to hold back the tide at Smith's Cove and digging parallel shafts to intercept the main pit from the side. But each time they got close, the ground would collapse, a new tunnel would flood, or their equipment would fail. The island seemed cursed, and a dark prophecy emerged, claiming that 7 people must die in the search for the treasure before it can be found. To date, 6 individuals have tragically lost their lives in various accidents related to the excavation, adding a grim reality to the legend. This has only deepened the mystique and the sense of danger surrounding the Oak Island quest. In the mid-20th century, the Riedstahl family took over the search, dedicating their lives to the island. They made significant discoveries, including what they believed were remnants of the original builder's work at Smith's Cove. Tragically, in 1965, Robert Riedstahl, his son, and 2 other workers succumbed to poisonous gas in one of the pits, marking the deadliest day in the island's history. Following the Riedstahl tragedy, the island's fate took another turn when it was purchased by a new group, including 2 brothers from Michigan, Rick and Marty Lagina. Their lifelong fascination with the Oak Island mystery, sparked by a childhood article in Reader's Digest, led them to invest their fortunes and their lives into a modern, technology-driven search. Using state-of-the-art equipment like seismic testing, ground-penetrating radar, and advanced drilling rigs, the Lagina brothers and their team have made more discoveries in the last decade than in the previous 2 centuries combined. They have uncovered evidence of extensive human activity across the island, predating the 1795 discovery. In Smith's Cove, they unearthed a mysterious U-shaped wooden structure and a peculiar lead cross, with origins potentially linking back to the Knights Templar. They have also used dye tests to confirm the existence of the intricate flood tunnel system, proving the brilliant and defensive nature of the original design. One of their most significant explorations has focused on a deep borehole known as 10X. A camera lowered into this flooded cavern in the 1970s captured grainy images of what appeared to be a chest, tools, and even a human hand. While recent explorations by the Lagina team have been inconclusive about these specific objects, they have found evidence of multiple man-made cavities deep below the surface. The mystery of the money pit is a testament to human ingenuity, both of those who built it and those who have tried to solve it. It's a story that weaves together history, engineering, and the unyielding hope of discovery. Was it pirates, Templars, or someone else entirely who built this incredible underground fortress? What treasure is so valuable that it required such an elaborate and deadly defense system? Gold? Priceless historical artifacts? Or is the true treasure the story itself, the centuries-long quest that has captured the imagination of the world? The money pit remains, for now, an unsolvable enigma, a hole in the ground that has swallowed fortunes, lives, and the very limits of our understanding. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to Documentary Reel for more explorations into the world's greatest mysteries.